Hey guys, happy Tuesday afternoon. So here's the plan of attack. I know you guys have missed me saying that. So here's the plan of attack for this afternoon. Like normal Tuesdays, we're going to do um, language arts stations, just like we usually do on Tuesdays. So this is what's going to happen first. I'm going to give you a little lesson here from the beauty of Mrs. Kallenbach's screen about adjectives, and then you're going to break up into groups, 7th and 8th graders. I'm going to let you choose your own groups. But if Mrs. Kallenbach decides that you haven't been listening well, or if you can't handle choosing your own groups, Mrs. Kallenbach has full authority to put you in whatever groups. If you guys are going to work in a group where you can't work well together, you will get a new group. Because I know that I'm not there, and I'm very sorry, and it is very sad that I am not there. I am very sad to be here in my room instead of at school with you guys, but you still have learning to do. And that is the beauty of technology, is that we can still do the learning that needs to be done, even though I'm not in the classroom with you guys. So you need to be paying attention, you need to be listening, and you need to be focused on the learning that you're doing. So if you can responsibly choose groups to learn in, you may choose your own groups to learn in. So we, for the last while, have been talking about adjectives. You guys did a great job yesterday on the positive, comparative, and superlative adjective chart that I had you guys do about describing saints. I just read through a few of them, and I'm reading through more of them as I am having time to, and they are looking so good. Besides some minor spelling, some of them are a little funky, but besides some minor spelling, you guys have really got that down and very much understand when you use the positive, comparative, and superlative ones of each adjective to describe, your nouns or pronouns, and then reading your sheets about describing your saints was really cool. So thank you so much for that, guys. Thank you for doing that for me. So today, continuing with this theme of adjectives, we are going to be talking about the difference between few and little. When do you use few and when do you use little in a sentence? Because it's not just whenever you feel like it, or whichever one you think makes more sense in a sentence. There are some rules that go along with knowing when you use few and when you use little in a sentence. So, adjectives describe things, and when we're using few or little, we are describing things, right? We're describing either too few of something or too little or something, or they had less than, right? We are comparing or giving a quantitative amount to something. By saying few or little, we are giving a description of a noun, right? I hope that you guys recognize that by saying few or little, we are giving a description of a noun. So, there are two different kinds of nouns that we are describing. You need your notebooks out because you're going to need to write this down, 7th graders. So, concrete nouns. A concrete noun. I want you to think about it for a second. Use your logic. What do you think a concrete noun is? I want you to think about it in your head. A concrete noun names things that can be seen, touched, or counted. I'll say that again. A concrete noun names things that can be seen, be touched, or be counted. That's what a concrete noun is. If you think about it, it makes sense, right? Something is concrete. You can touch concrete. it sits on the ground. You drive on it every day. You play on the blacktop during recess. You can see it. You can see concrete. You can touch it. And you can count how many squares there are. So a concrete thing is something that can be seen, be touched, or be counted. Underneath that, I want you to draw a little star. Draw a nice little, a little asterisk. This is when you use few or fewest or fewer than to compare and contrast your concrete nouns. So under concrete nouns, draw your little asterisks. And I want you to write use few, fewer than, fewest. You use few to describe concrete nouns. She had a few glasses of water. Or, let's take Miss Chauncey for an example. I have one right here. What a shock. She had a few cups of coffee. Now, I wouldn't say she had a little cups of coffee. I would say she had a few cups of coffee. Or, what if I'm comparing Miss Chauncey and Miss Miller? And I would say Miss Chauncey had fewer cups of coffee than Miss Miller. We're comparing things that you can see and count. You can count how many cups of coffee Miss Chauncey had versus how many cups of coffee Miss Miller had. And you can compare between us. Mrs. Kallenbach had the fewest cups of coffee out of the whole staff. Something that you can see or you can touch. You use few. Okay? Abstract nouns. That's your second point to write down, 7th and 8th graders. Abstract nouns. Abstract nouns name things that cannot be seen or touched. They express qualities or conditions. Okay, I'll let you guys write for a second. So abstract nouns name things that cannot be seen or touched. They express qualities or conditions. Put a little star underneath this. This is when you use this is when you use little, less than, and least to compare abstract nouns. You use little, less than, or least. So, if I said, Sam had little time to do his homework. Little is used to describe what? Time. Time is an abstract noun. We can't see or touch time. I could say, though, Anna is less tired than Abby. Maybe Anna slept better last night. Anna is less tired than Abby. Less than is describing tired. Remember, your abstract nouns express a quality or a condition. What is the quality being expressed? Tired. That's right. We're saying Abby is less tired. Anna is less tired than Abby. So we use less. It wouldn't make sense to say Anna is fewer tired than Abby. I hope that doesn't make sense to you guys. If it doesn't, it will soon. So, few is used to describe concrete nouns, things you can see and touch and count. Little is used to describe abstract nouns, things like time and hope and conditions of being, tired and happy and joyful. You guys are going to have a worksheet to do to go along with practicing this, to practice using few and little. That will be one of your stations. One of your stations is going to be word work. Just like usual, 2 sentences per word, 4 words. One of your stations is going to be writing time. Your rough drafts are still due Thursday. So one of your stations will be time to write your rough draft. Make sure that it is ready to go. I expect a minimum, remember, of 4 paragraphs. And then your last station will be silent reading time. You have your lit book. You always have independent books that you should be reading. Mrs. Kallenbach has your roll sheets for lit circles tomorrow. You guys will still have lit circles tomorrow, and you still will have roles to fulfill for literature circles. So please be sure to fill out your roll sheets and be ready to go for class for lit circles tomorrow. I have assigned things. The Lemonade War. If you are reading the Lemonade War, there are 4 people in your group. But we only have 3 lit circle roles that we do. 1 role a week will be doubled up. And that's okay. That will be fine. It will be good to have the different perspectives that the 2 people doubling up on that role bring to the lit circles. If you're reading the Westing Game, you will have 1 less role. But I think you guys will be okay. And that's it. Those are your roles. So you have word work as a station. You have writing time, silent reading time, and working on your worksheet time. Those are your 4 stations. Word work, silent reading, worksheet, writing time. I just forgot that. 3 groups of 3. Go to a station. Choose one that you want to start at. Please listen to Mrs. Kallenbach. Please be kind and respectful listeners. And enjoy your afternoon. See you guys soon. Bye.